say every manager occupied with their day-to-day responsibilities, they can have like a mini assistant that structures these steps for them. A lot of it, I think, is coming even in HR tech systems. Tomorrow, you will see Workday, SuccessFactors, potentially Darwin Box, having these agents that run you through the performance module journey. They will tell you what good looks like, what bad looks like. For example, when you, let's say, punch in the goals, right? They will give you a score, like based on what they've analyzed within the organization and outside. The way you have drafted your goals, is it up to a certain standard, yes or no? It's like how you get a password prompt, right? Whether your password is weak, strong, great, kind of thing. That's one. The second, a lot of tracking can be done automatically, right? So rather than you going into a review, presenting what you've done on that particular goal, you need to probably just update a few things, and then a lot of Gen AI can drive it in terms of speaking for X many OKRs are on track. This is where we see issues cropping up, and you can directly jump onto those topics and prioritization in board meetings. It is still at a stage where we are exploring what supportive or administrative tasks it can really take up in the process. On the strategic side, we are still not there. I think it needs a higher level of thinking to really go deep into it. But have you seen any in your case, or any interesting things you have come across?
I was discussing with one of the OKR companies that I worked with, that just summarize, right? Like, you're doing check-ins 12 times a month, in the performance appraisal, bring out what's good, bad, just summarize what you've done throughout the year. But that's not the feedback. It's just a summary. It will help you draft feedback. I think another one is a problem that I've seen. People don't know what or how to rate, especially this with first-time managers as well as first-time employees. Right? I think AI should play a part there, where just telling them that, hey, what does a 4 on 5 mean? What does a 3 on 5 mean? It's very easy for an AI to be able to just guide you. But like you said, there's some content and it just tells you, hey, are you sure you're a 5? Is what you've written. It doesn't see.
Hi everyone. Sorry that I'm interrupting the show, but first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time out and listening to the pod. I hope that you're getting some value from the conversations that we have. Now, I have one request from everyone listening in. It will be really, really helpful for me if you can just go ahead and click a subscribe. I did an analysis and it appears that 95% of the people who listen to the show don't hit a subscribe. And the thing is, if I don't get those subscriber numbers, it's going to be pretty unsustainable to be doing this show for a long time. And the idea of this is not fame, popularity, but it's just to get the word and the message across to as many people as we possibly can, right? So can we have sort of like a gentleman and a ladies agreement between us, where if you've got any value from the show, you want to support me putting out more people-related content and interesting conversations in the people space, please take a minute out and hit the subscribe button. I'll really, really appreciate it. Thank you, and back to the show.
Let's say I'm writing performance feedback, right? And typically one of the things which we find is that there is recency bias, right? I only remembered the last month or the last couple of months. Now, AI can help in two ways. One is collation of data, which you comb through the entire year, what happened in terms of one-on-ones, in terms of your Slack channels, your email communications, literally everything. You collate all data points and you give that holistic picture to the manager to self-review and so on and so forth. So collation of data and summarizing of data to create better output. That's the first stage where AI can definitely play a part. The second is, then what happens when performance happens? Like runner creates Sharthok 4 out of 5. But then we go for talent management processes, right? Where it is extremely subjective that should Sharthok be promoted? And we say that there is a talent review board and some people say that he has this competency, doesn't have this competency, blah, 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 etc. Now, this is incredibly subjective, right? And I think AI can make a dent in this, because if, it's integrated with, let's say, your everyday communication platforms, it knows exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, and then can it come up with, I would say, objective parameters to reduce that level of subjectivity. That's where I think AI can definitely play a part.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video,
please do hit a subscribe. It's really, really going to be helping me out. Thank you, and see you next time.